Hi everyone, today I've got Claire Stone with me. Claire, could you please introduce yourself and share how you were drawn to Avalon?
Hi everyone, I'm Claire Stone. I'm the author of The Female Archangels and I am the founder of the Angel Mystery School, which is it's a membership where we have accredited courses where you can really discover your soul's purpose, uncover your talents and get in tune with your soul and the divine beings, of course, the angels. The first time I came to Avalon, when I first heard about it, I would have been 18 or 19 years old. I'm now 40 and I was studying to be a holistic therapist. That's what I did for 15 years, massage, reflexology, aromatherapy. And this lady on the course, Debbie, she mentioned this place called Glastonbury and all of the magic of Avalon. And it was actually Chalice Well that she was really interested in. And as soon as she was talking about it, I just knew straight away that I had to go. So I went home, I went to my mum's because I didn't have a computer back then, and I had a look. And I couldn't actually afford to go at the time. But you could volunteer back in the day at Chalice Well and you could do 4 hours work a day in exchange for B&B in Little St Michael's. So that's how I managed as a student to get up to Glastonbury a couple of times a year working as a volunteer. And of course, if you're familiar with Chalice Well, the steps at the side of the Vesica Pisces, me and my husband helped to build that wall with Ark, the gardener, all that time ago. As soon as I'd qualified, I ended up actually hiring the place and doing retreats. So I've just always felt called to Avalon. It feels like my second home, my spiritual home, and I just try and get here as often as I can.
How do you experience and express your spiritual path day to day?
So every day, as soon as I wake up, I think, thank you universe, I'm still here. Like, gratitude is a massive part of my spiritual practice. Like everybody, I've had big challenges in life, and like where I am at the moment is just a deep appreciation for what I've got right now. So I get up in the morning, I give thanks that I'm still here, my children are healthy, the things that I've got. And then I like to pull an angel card every day, set my intentions, do a meditation. Sometimes I'll do a bit more, go outside and do some breathing exercises. But I try and be as in the moment. I try and make everything a spiritual practice. I have intention behind as many things that I'm doing each day. So when I'm cooking the food, I'm giving thanks for that. I'm giving thanks for the people who grew it, the people who packed it. So it's just trying to have this like big gratitude for everybody who's contributing to me having like this life, an easier life, because of all the help that the universe has given us.
Yeah, absolutely. Gratitude is so important.
Yeah.
And it's so simple, but it changes everything. It changes your whole perspective. Just with like that one little magic word. When we say the word goddess or the divine feminine, what does that mean to you personally, and what role does goddess or the divine feminine have in your spiritual practice?
So when I first started my spiritual practice, it was always Archangel Michael was my favourite angel, and I noticed pretty soon on that, why have these angels all got boy names? And I really questioned that, because the angels that I knew, in truth, they're androgynous, but they might present themselves as feminine or in masculine form for my comfort. But I wondered why they all had these names, like Michael, he who is like God. In my practice, I've done 20 years Aikido, which is a harmonious martial art. It's using ki, life force energy, to heal people. We create, it's not about destroying or competition. And that's helped me to understand masculine and feminine energy. in the book I mentioned that, you know, I perceive how I have been raised as a motherless society. So it's been, you know, in a kid of the early 80s, it's been masculine at the top and still that energy of the suppression of women and our voices not being as important. So it's always been really important to me. There's like the little rebel in me, Sagittarius, that needed to try and help restore the balance between yin and yang, masculine and feminine, God and goddess. So it was quite natural to write the female archangels. In truth, I wish I'd have called it the divine feminine archangels, but it's too late now, because you know what I am talking about, it's energy. So the masculine energy is when we are logical minded, getting things done, making plans, and then the feminine is, you know, that intuition, creativity, and as human beings we all have those masculine and feminine energies within us, and it's about creating that harmony. My perception of it is we need this harmony of energy to attain spiritual enlightenment, to have that wholeness. So my work is trying to restore some balance in some of the aspects, and one of the things that I've done, which I'm really proud of, is with all the angel names. So like Ariel, people refer to Ariel as the lioness of God. Well, no, she's the lioness of the goddess. So I've put the angel names meaning the angels of the goddess, because that's what they represent, the feminine, our feminine qualities, and those angels help us to explore and express those qualities within us.
How does your spiritual practice in relationship to Avalon or the goddess empower you in your sovereignty?
I think Avalon, like I said earlier, it feels like home, and when you come here you can connect to that. It's just a power point of energy, isn't it? I think it just helps you to remember a bit more who you are and what you aspire to become, because I feel like there's a lot of freedom in Glastonbury as well to express. You know, one of my friends took a photo of me. I was actually coming out of the goddess house with these Timberland boots and a black cape with the hood up, like a witch's cape, and she took a photo, and people back where I live, they thought it was so funny to see him with his cape on with the boots. Like, I was like, but you can get away with it in Glastonbury. You can be wherever you want to be, you can be yourself. But one of my friends, she thought that the photograph was so funny, she saved it as a screensaver on her phone because it made her laugh every time she seen it. You know, I think that there's PowerPoints all over the world, and we know that Glastonbury is the heart, and I feel like it is that pulsing heart of the mother, and that's why she's calling her children home, and I think that's why it's such a powerful place to be. The angels are giving me a chant, Sa Ta Na Ma, which helps you to connect to your truth, and I feel that is what sovereignty is, when you can step into your truth, when you're aware of your emotions, you're aware of your mind, and you can come back to your center. To me, that feels sovereign, when you can, you know, you feel like this is the path I'm meant to be on, this is my destiny, and I'm living it. You know, that's what I feel. It's and as well, it's reminding me of a crown, and like receiving that crown, which is your halo of enlightenment, that golden halo of enlightenment around you, because you are willing to discover who you are and what your purpose is and live it.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing with us your story and for your wisdom. This has been really, really lovely, and hopefully we'll see you at the conference.
Thank you very much for having me.